If you want to be more efficient and effective while running your business with more inner peace, then working on the core of your issues instead of putting on a band-aid is vital. Welcome to the Business Brain Podcast.
I'm your host, Esty Rapport, and here to help you improve your 28 cognitive functions, the 28 things that make up thinking. In each episode, we'll discuss a real-life challenge, why you might be struggling with it, and give you practical strategies so all areas of your life will improve.
As the owner of a hair salon, Cindy loved people, loved talking, and making others feel beautiful. While she could look at a person's face and in a moment decide what hairstyle would look best, any other time Cindy had to make a decision, it was a process. Which one? What about the other? What if? Even after she finally did make her decision, she'd be second-guessing herself and go through the whole process all over again. Cindy had learned so many decision-making frameworks that I didn't even tell her about my favorite decision-making framework, and it went directly to solving the core issue. As soon as we improved that one thinking skill, every decision became a breeze. If you're experiencing something similar, I'm here to tell you do not have to struggle forever. In this episode 495 of the Business Brain Podcast, I'm going to share with you the exact steps of what you can do to have your own transformation. But first, if you ever wonder if getting through the day could be a bit easier, you know that tasks won't take as long as the project just happens smoothly. What if by the end of the day you feel energized instead of drained? I'm here to tell you it is possible. In our 90-day program, Optimize Your ADHD Brain, we work on solving the root cause of your challenges so that way it is never a challenge again. Learn more and apply at lifefixuniversity.com/OYB. While you are doing any task, you, without even realizing it, are using your 28 thinking skills. When thinking skills you need to use are strong, doing a task happens easily. The thinking skills you need to use is weak, doing a task will be a challenge. The struggle that Sydney had came from a weak thinking skill of comparing. When making a decision, we need to compare twice. We need to compare options to each other, and we need to compare our options to what we desire. As soon as Cindy understood this concept, she realized she didn't know what she wanted her outcome to be. So it's practically impossible to compare her options to the end result. The moment that this clicked, Sydney realized that she first needed to think about what she wants her outcome to be. Then she could compare options to the outcome and see what makes the most sense. To really hone in on this, I had Sydney share real business decisions she needed to make. Then tell us her desired outcome, and finally compare each option to the desired outcome. To take this up a notch, I had other participants in the cohort play devil's advocate to each option, and Sydney really had to stand in her comparing mode to explain her thought process. I also had Sydney take a 10-minute walk to compare items around her. This developed her neural network of comparing in general, so that way by the time it came to making decisions and comparing options, that neural network was a whole lot stronger. When I saw Sydney's comparison was doing better, I had her do some metacognition about her comparing. That means thinking about the process of her comparing. This way, she could compare even in abstract situations. As soon as Sydney understood, she needed to compare her options to her outcome, which meant she first needed to get clear on her outcome and then compare her options to her outcome, and then everything else fell into place. Your challenge this week is to choose one of the following. Number one, before you make any decision, know what your desired outcome is, and then compare your options to your outcome. Number two, take 10 minutes a day to compare items around you. Make sure you are comparing the items on the same parameter, so you're talking about each item on the same level. Don't say, oh, this one's more expensive and this one is a better color. Rather, say the color of both and the price of both. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.
That's all for this episode of the Business Brain Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please share it with 2 of your business friends so they too can gain from it, and you'll be helping us reach our goal of 1 million downloads by the end of 2025. Cheers to peak brain performance.